All right, whoop whoop. 45 seconds of that stuff is enough, no doubt.
Woo!
Right?
I don't know. I was just getting excited.
Got a little red rocket of my own going on over here.
Red rocket, red rocket.
Yeah. Oh, so guess where I'm going this week?
Where are you going?
Well, next week, but Fort Worth, but this time to the proper side. See, last time I was down that way, I was actually east of Dallas. So I was nowhere near where I wanted to be. I might do a surprise checkup on old Ben.
Interesting.
Just a peer.
I wonder if he's still at that park.
I'm sure he is. The trick is I got to dig up the address without him knowing. And I know I could ask Ashley, but
Might as well.
yeah. I'm going to see if I can dig it up anyway and then just surprise both of them.
Hell, I might have it somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. And we are getting dumped on right now. We have been since about, 4 o'clock?
All clear here. You're getting all the shit that I went through.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting the remnants of that hurricane.
We didn't actually get the remnants of the hurricane, but we got the fucked up weather that was caused by that passing through. Like these little tiny cells of thunderstorms that just whip through the area. What's up, Tommy? I'm glad one person came to watch us tonight.
He was already in here. He's trying to get me all fired up.
Right?
Talk about the butt stuff.
I actually invited Eric to come on, but he never looked at the message.
Yeah. You know, he gets busy after work with the family thing. Okay, yeah, so we've been getting a lot of rain, and it's been there's been some wind along with it, some lightning and thunder and all, but mostly just a lot of rain. Of course, someplace that like never gets tornadoes got a tornado today, downtown Annapolis.
Annapolis. That should not be the name of a place. That's retarded. It's like half a name. What the fuck is that? Oh.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm looking at stuff.
Oh, Windows shopping.
Tommy's gonna like this one. Tommy. Nice.
Well, I guess those are harder to make out. 7-inch props.
Yeah, what'd you say? You got those for like $7?
Dude, I got a package full of stuff for $9 shipped. Because I also ended up. Let me just illustrate this by saying this frame is really big, right? Like that is no secret, and it is long from front to back. I cannot find a good place to mount the Vista system that isn't squishing the flight controller, that isn't, oddly placed for everything to reach everything. So I ended up having to get a longer antenna because I don't know if you could see that. This is the front.
Yeah.
Here's the DJI antenna. That's as long as that one is.
That sucks.
Well, so I got one that's longer, but it's still not quite long enough. So I need to figure out just how I can place this thing that it's not going to be a problem. The frame is, and even mounting in the back, then the camera wire isn't long enough to get all the way up here. It's just...
Yeah, but the camera wire is easily fixed. Just make it longer. Take another wire and you solder to it. And then...
Dude, no, this is not one wire.
Yeah, it's those fucking things.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of wires in there. That ain't gonna work. So it's almost there. If it wasn't for that, man, this thing would be airworthy.
All right. Tom, if you're the only one that's going to be here, you might as well come in here and join us.
Now you're gonna scare him away.
All right. We're not popular anymore.
Were we ever?
Not really. Like a little bit, but then everybody got unexcited about everything.
You know, a lot of the older FPV group kind of fell out of it. That might actually just... No, it won't.
So how far did you ride tonight, Tommy? Oh, you're going to ride. All right. Get your exercise on.
Exercise your demons and stuff like that, yo.
What the fuck is that?
Oh. So where are you sitting tonight, Chuck?
Oh, Indianapolis at the DC. I'm always here on Wednesdays because I'll pick up my Thursday load to go up north.
Well, I remember times when you weren't, and I think that's why I ask.
Yeah, well, I told my boss what for.
Oh.
But thinking actually working on Saturday.
Little spare cash.
Definitely spare savings. $60 on the new bike, $225 on the tiny bike. Yes, you have. Have you actually lost weight, or have you just gained muscle? Because you keep eating like crazy shit and no carbs and thinking that that's gonna work.
Who are you talking to?
Tommy, motherfucker makes pizza with cheddar cheese and all the normal stuff on top of ground chicken for crust. So it could be, low carb.
I've heard of people doing that with cauliflower.
Yeah, but that's just fucking disgusting.
Have you had it?
I've had riced cauliflower, and that is.
It's not the same thing.
I
By
don't
the
know.
time you get a good crispy brown on it, it actually changes character quite a bit.
Well, Tommy, since you're going riding in a minute, here I'll show this one because it's pretty much just for you. And then we go over here. Back to StreamYard. Window. I wish this was quicker.
What's that?
Sharing a screen.
Oh.
Check this out, Tommy. That's right up your alley and right up your price range too, bro. Let me get back on the page so I can control it. The Happy model, 18650. Don't you already have something like this? It's for $135. That's pretty damn good. And it's got GPS and everything in it.
Yeah, thunder. And the thunder rolls.
Hey, bro, you've gone full tin can, like worse than I've ever heard.
And that's weird because I'm not on my phone tonight.
I don't know. Well, your audio is, it's maybe not tin can, it's whacked. Like static distortion compression. Check it out, Tommy. It's like it's a straight up whoop board. I don't know what kind of motors it's got on there. I don't know, but it looks like Zing makes them. This version does not come with, so you gotta buy your own GPS. It's like $15 or something.
Eh,
$20. Hey, you sound better.
I didn't do anything.
Awesome.
Literally nothing. I just sat here.
Let's see. It comes with a Caddx Ant, so it's a super micro camera, so definitely going for the lightweight thing. I don't know what company that is. The LRSF4 G4 flight control, G2G4, like what the fuck ever. Nameless motors, happy model motors, basically. It's 125 millimeters, 68 grams with no battery. Damn. Oh, it's got the Express LRS receiver built in. It's an option, but obviously you don't need that.
I said GPS rescues for suckers.
Hey, it comes with a screwdriver. I've never seen a quad that came with the screwdriver.
Wow.
Let's see what we got. 1202.5, 11,500 brushless. That thing's cool, man. That's right up your that's your style right there. You've been flying it all time of time. Oh, look, we've got a creeper. It's not just Tommy. Someone's scoping us out.
See that? Shh.
Don't scare him away. Anyways, I knew you were going riding, so I thought I'd bust this out. It's MD. Oh, our other only friend in the whole world.
At the Rofo.
Huckleberry, what's going on, brother man? I'm in for the driver. Don't know what that means. Anyways, guys, we're just kind of hanging out tonight. Nothing big. Obviously, people aren't on YouTube. Well, they are. They're not watching us, so we're just hanging out, getting high on caffeine. I'm chain smoking, and Josh is, I don't know, tubing it.
Yeah, I'm just messing with this build now that I'm looking at it because, well, you know, if I can get something squared away, I will.
Yes, this is definitely a good time to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, MD, pick me up a dude from the Rofo, man, and some Funyuns.
Funyuns. Oh, I could mount this vertically. Nope, still doesn't fit.
Check this out. I got this freaking lighter. It's the only thing I've ever bought from AliExpress. and I am impressed.
Well, you know, there's nothing intrinsically wrong with AliExpress. They're just a distributor.
Yeah, but it's AliExpress.
Yeah, well.
Check this shit out, man.
Do it. Yep. All we see is the sun.
And the great thing about these is you could shock the shit out of someone with this thing.
But have you tried?
Yeah, not
Okay.
on purpose. And not with this one. This one I think would be a little crazier than... I got a little one that's a Zippo, and it fits inside a regular Zippo case. And it's instead of 2 like that one, it's 4 little prongs. And it's just a little tiny, you know, plasma lines going on there. But man, I accidentally hit the button and touched the diodes at the same time. And holy, dude, that lighter shot out of my hand and crossed my truck, bounced off some shit, and I couldn't feel my hand for like 10 minutes. So I can imagine this one. Obviously, it has more output.
I would totally at some point hit myself. You know, I'm the guy that, you know, you get those electronic, they look like tennis rackets for killing flies, but you hit the button and it electrocutes. Well, of course, I wanted to hit one of the kids with it, but I didn't want to do it without knowing for sure what it was going to be like. So, you know, I'm the one sitting there going, burn. Okay, it's not so bad.
So what you're trying to say is I shocked the shit out of myself.
Dude, I can't be trusted with a taser, and it's not anybody else that's in danger. Somebody come home and find me on the floor.
Sidewinder, what's up, brother? Just kind of hanging out tonight, bullshitting with you guys, bullshitting with each other. There's just a lot of bullshit flinging around.
It's my kind of place.
Right. Well, something new did happen in the world of FPV in the past couple of weeks here that hasn't been too vocalized by anybody, and nobody cares about it here but me. KISS has released a new flight controller.
Yep.
Now, only a couple hundred of them have gone out. It's called the KISS Ultra FCFC. And you might say, Chuck, well, that sounds stupid as fuck. Why did they call it an FCFC? Well, I mean, it is KISS. No, it stands for something like Fedor Controlled Flight Controller or something. Alex Fedorov is kind of an amateur coder that has been a KISS fan forever. And he's actually contributed a few things to the code. And since, you know, they lost Felix, that went to FedTech and started FedTech, they decided, hey, we're going to give this guy a shot. So this is an Alex Fedorov coded KISS flight controller. Now, what that means is not a lot yet. It is an H7, so they are catching up with everybody else on hardware. The adaptive filter, the adaptive filtration has been updated or upgraded, whatever you want to call it. But other than that, it has OSD.
So I hate to point this out like this, but I actually saw that last show and pointed it out to you, and you went, eh.
I probably wasn't paying attention.
Well,
I don't even remember you doing that.
so you have now transcended to the place my wife lives in. I merely exist near you, but not in your conscious realm.
Look at
Where
my
did it
phone.
go? Yeah, I actually
your
thought
chat in here. I thought you meant privately, Chris. I'm sorry. I'm like looking for shit. Sidewinder. Sidewinder is in fact alive. And his lanyards are in fact still the shit.
Look at my chat, Chuck. He's telling you to read something that you're not already reading. Oh, man.
Yes, it has the OSD barometer. Yes. Well, I was going to talk about it anyway, Chris, just because you wrote it. Jeez. It also has like 7 UARTs or some nonsense. So it has all kinds of connectivity for all the stupid crap we don't use. And beta flight pass-through. So you can use the well, it's not fully functional yet because, they got to get people to test them and make sure they work and blah, blah, blah. And, Alex Fedorov is only one guy. So more are coming along every day. Chris is going to get one. Make truck read. Fuck. And I just ate dinner. I'm in relaxed land. And yes, they are going to be brutally expensive, like all other Kiss crap. Especially since it might not have been, but since all electronics have gone up, yeah, it's going to be $70 to $80. Thanks for stopping in, Huckleberry. I always want to say Huckleberry.
Huckleberry, but it's Huckleberry.
Because I'm your Huckleberry.
I'm your Huckleberry. Huck it, Chuck.
So, man, you must have been hanging out an awful lot with Doc if you're going to get a Kiss flight controller. Like, I'm kind of confused. But that's normal.
He's just trying different stuff.
Absolutely. But, man, it is expensive. And probably going to be hard to get for some time.
Anymore, everything has gotten pretty hard to get. Anything that anybody cares about.
Well, even the stuff people don't, because they make less of them.
Yeah.
But I guess one of the reasons behind it, so one dude said that I found talking about it on YouTube, is that FetTech's not the most reliable hardware-wise. Like, you get a lot of dead-on arrival ESCs or flight controllers, and unless you bought it straight from FetTech, you weren't getting any customer service. So, and also it's they were saying that FetTech has been pretty stagnant. Like they've come out with ESCs, they've come out with flight controllers, but they haven't done anything to the code.
Right. Well, we've been hearing a lot of that for a while. There's little features and things that have come out and little refinements that have been made, but nothing major.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the way Kiss has always rolled anyway. And they don't always tell you when they change shit either. It's just in the update and says improvements. But so hopefully this is the beginning of a change. And I from what I've seen of the OSD, it is pretty damn incredible. They're saying like the best, they've taken the best from the Flight 1 OSD. Like, I'm sure a lot of the shit you could do in beta flight already anyway, but it's pretty exciting for us.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. And I don't know what to make out of, exciting things that they could take from every flight firmware. Like, there's just a couple things for me that are like staples. The first is I do like having my name on the screen. That way, if somebody's rolling around, if they're trying to ride along or something, they know, right? The second thing, I like full battery voltage, but if I can't have that, at least having average cell voltage. Huge.
Yeah.
Being able to see crossfire link quality, you know, so I know if my RX link is falling or not before my transmitter starts screaming at me. So I can see the trend. You know, just those couple things, and then just general warnings, because which aren't used often. But here and there, like where I'm having too much fun and, you know, things are going low and I'm not watching my voltage, to have a thing pop up in the middle of the screen that starts blinking, going, land now, is like, you know. So it's just their niceties, right? Can you fly without OSD? Absolutely. But I feel like it's a much better experience with it.
Well, if anything, just to know when your battery's getting low, especially on 6S.
Yeah, I don't get too wrapped up in the RPM, the temperature, like all these other things, because you could go crazy putting all kinds of crap on your screen.
Yes. No, the new Kiss OSD definitely has a ridiculous amount of shit that you can put up there. You can put the flight controller temperature up there if you want to. You can put the one which actually is kind of might be interesting just to do once or something is to see the load on the processor while you're flying.
The H7, that's going to be interesting. What would be interesting is if you could do it on the older hardware too, like the F7.
Yeah.
Because then you would see, you know, if you went from F4 to F7, sorry, and if I'm talking too much, just tell me to shut up and I'll wait my turn. But if you went from F4 and looking at total processor usage to F7, most people would be shocked. They think the F7 was this like huge upgrade, and it's not in regards to processing power. But to go from F7 to H7, you should see a huge decrease in CPU usage.
Absolutely. I think the guy was saying he was getting something around 10 to 12% during flight, which
Incredible.
I don't know how good that is. I don't know.
Well, most F7s are running somewhere between like 60-65% during flight when everything is being processed and everything's happening.
Yeah.
And that's like the threshold of like, you don't really want to go any higher because you're going to start tripping.
Yeah. So, I mean, that should clean flight up just on its own. Just having that headroom like that.
Correct. What it amounts to is there's a lot of extra cycles that aren't being used that could be used for like extra filtering or other tasks. You know, I don't know what those would be without using my imagination. I'm not going to do that right now.
Well, as far as I know, there has been no added filters, like specifically, that you can see on the GUI anyway. Just that the adaptive filter has been leveled up a bit. Which probably means they took some of those ideas that Flight One's been throwing around in their code and implemented them, you know, since they have the processing power, and just put it under the umbrella of your adaptive filter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is anyway.
Yeah, now the old ones, the old adaptive/dynamic filter, they were picking, you know, your noisiest point and killing it. The newest beta flight, I think F1, if it's not doing it, will be doing it soon. I would imagine KISS would jump, you know, on the same bandwagon. Targets 2 points and could potentially target more with enough overhead availability. You know, basically where it's going is if they get their adaptive filters set right, you may not have to ever worry about filtering again.
Well, I mean, that's the only filter I've ever used on KISS. And before they came out with that, I didn't use any filter. I mean, no, I take that back, because I mean, there were low pass filters, but I didn't really use them.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a yaw low pass filter or something like that, which it always said to leave that on low, and so I just always did. Other than that, there wasn't really anything.
Yeah, something I've been doing for the last handful of months was not using any gyro filters and only using defiltering. And I've had really, really good success with that.
Another cool thing I guess they have, and I don't know if Betaflight does this, but on your OSD menu, which is extensive, you can actually do your motor testing page on your GUI,
Mm-hmm.
like where it shows your in your throttle and it shows all of that stuff right on there. You do it all in goggles.
Yeah, I could see that being handy, especially in the field. That's where Flight One made a lot of good progress in the software realm, was doing as much as they did in the goggles, not requiring it to be hooked up to a computer, which was huge for anybody in the field that was doing, things they didn't anticipate doing in the field.
Yeah, the only problem is nobody knows what half that shit is or does because they didn't fucking tell anybody. They just said, "Here, guys, figure it out."
Huh.
Like, there's no information, bro. None. Absolutely none.
Okay. I don't know.
I mean, there's like 3 pages of shit in the Flight 1 OSD that I don't know what the fuck even. I don't even know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Besides the fact that, you can't fucking buy them. Now, I mean, the only thing I've been flying lately is my KISS rigs.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 of the H7 Flight 1 H7s that I can set up. But I don't know. One of them was acting fucky with a Mamba ESC. I have another Mamba ESC and another H7, but I just haven't done anything with it. And then the FetTech, I just got the last of the electronics I wanted. So that'll probably get put together this weekend or sometime because I'm probably going to work. And hopefully they're not dead on arrival because I don't fucking know. And I just heard about that.
Yeah, hopefully they're not dead on arrival.
Right. Hey, Chris, you still in here? I got something to show you right quick. You might have seen them already, but let me know, homie. Probably driving home from Rofo.
Rofo. Oh. Yeah. Last night I didn't feel like cooking, so we had breakfast for dinner because it's fast and easy. Tonight I get off work about 5:15 and walk out to the kitchen, and somebody went to KFC. Well, that wasn't so bad.
Not a fan. No, I love the greasy chicken, mind you, but afterwards I'm just like, oh, no.
Well, I didn't have any of those problems, but I had 2 drumsticks, 2 wings, and a thigh. I was feeling that chicken tonight.
Tommy, you can't tell me what to do.
Ooh, who's your dad? Not Tommy.
Not Tommy.
That's funny.
I wonder where the Joseph is tonight.
Yeah, work's been killing him. Murdering.
He's been killing himself too, putting in them 20-mile runs.
Yeah, he's trying to keep his head in the right place, so he's trying to stay active and social as well as get stomped by work.
Yeah. Christopher, he's not here.
Where he be at the Rofo?
I don't know. But other than the kiss thing, I really didn't have anything to talk about.
Well, and me being at home this week, I don't have a lot going on either. And with the way the weather's been, like I just haven't been able to get out and do much while I've been here. Well, and I say that, like, you know, a few weeks ago, I've been doing regular family and husbandly stuff, but nothing FPV related.
Yeah. Well, there's Chuck. And yes, Josh's newborn bald spot. Hey, Crystal. Thanks for coming by and keeping us company.
Yay!
Right? I actually had something to show Chris if he's around. Get it set up here.
Dropping screws, God!
Gosh, Uncle Rico.
Like my #1 trick with all this shit, dropping screws. Eventually, I'll get the broom and find them all. 'Tis not this day.
Well, focus on yourself. How you doing? Josh thought I was talking to him. I saw your name and I had to.
Yeah, it took me a minute.
There you go, Chris. I don't know if you've seen these, and they're pretty damn expensive, but it's not like you use the Hero 9 for anything crazy much anyway. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they do come with that full-on clip-on thingy, though. So it's like built for it. But yeah, $50 for 3. Normal ones. What are they? $10-12, Josh, for camera butter?
Yeah, the camera butters I want to say are like 8 or 10.
Yeah, I don't. Let's see if we can look. I don't know if these are the cool guy glass.
The cool guy glass.
Oh, they do look nice on there, though. They look like they clip on there right good. I wonder if they are camera butter, so I can't imagine they would just pop off like nothing. Let's see. 2mm Corning Gorilla Glass. So yeah. And those are aluminum. So not bad. Although I wouldn't buy this kit. I'm sure you could buy them individually. Just because nobody in their right mind would ever use an 8 for pretty much anything. To be honest, I don't use 16s either. I just use the 32s. But I saw that and thought of you because, you know, you have a 9. I think you and Eric are the only ones we know that have them. Oh, it's so fun.
Oh, guess what? Ha 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 ha. I fixed my problem.
Well, show us, because all we've been seeing is the top of your head.
I know. Well, so I've got one of these too. It's the original Digi camera. This wire is just a little bit longer. And because the camera is longer and where the wire comes straight out the back versus coming out one of the bottom or the top. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. All right. Well, that makes me happy. I'll get on that later.
Chris says digi. Psh. Or pfft. I don't know how to say that.
PIFFFFFFFT is how you say analog for life. I know. Those are bad words. Come on.
Well, apparently Focus on Yourself has an issue with you specifically. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm more of a psh.
Analog.
Hey, nothing wrong with analog. I'm like the last holdout in the group, man. Me and Tommy. I guess Doc too. Well, do tell, Crystal. What is the difference in meaning?
I know. I just saw that too. I'm searching for enlightenment.
I'm searching for something to kill another 15 minutes. Josh is not helping.
Dude, I got nothing tonight. Just in case you weren't sure.
Cheap ass, yes, I am. And I'm going to continue to hold out. Thank you very much. Now, I am going to be wishing I had it out in the devs, but whatever. I got to pay for going to the devs, so.
Oh, see that? He
Yep.
doesn't have an issue with me. He's just saying he has an issue, period. He's new to FPV.
Well, Josh is probably one of the right people to ask.
I would say that's the Chris Eric realm. But you can try. But no, absolutely. I mean, if you got questions, we're more than happy to try to field them in here.
Well, apparently his flight controller is not being recognized. First thing that comes to mind is drivers.
Well, put MPF.
Fucking Chris. He's probably creeping, bro. Yes, Focus, MD95 TSI, or Christopher is a damn whiz when it comes to fixing and setting up quads. He's built more quads than all of us have owned put together.
Yeah, he's given away more than
by magnitudes.
Rebel MK, what's going on?
Oh, what's up, brother? I've not seen you in a while, bro.
Right?
We're just hanging out, dude, kind of bullshitting. We didn't really have any specific topics tonight, so we're just kind of chatting with y'all.
So as I was curmudgeoning around my collection of old pictures and stuff, I ran across ours from a few years ago. I'm sure you noticed the headshots used in the thumbnail.
Yes. I had a bit more manliness then.
So, are you half the man you used to be?
I'm half the man I used to be. And for some reason, my radio just came on.
Yeah, I was watching Focus. I didn't notice that I couldn't make much of what his issue was other than flight controller doesn't work, which could be a lot of things. I think Chris is trying to get him with Messenger, though. Oh! He's talking about your shelf queens now.
Yeah, you're lying. I've been flying at least twice a week.
I was telling Chris the other day, I said, I've been doing a lot of flying, but I fly all alone anymore. You squeeze it in during the week. I agree with him there. Footy or it didn't happen.
It wasn't really worth putting out, so I didn't put it out.
Oh, you getting like me now?
I've just been fucking around in open parks. Just places I've had time to stop.
Yeah.
Couple packs here, couple packs there on the road. Most of the actual, because a lot of the times I'd use rest stops, and the good ones are all fucking closed under construction right now.
Oh. Well, I don't know about all the good ones, but I know the last one I stopped at was pretty rough.
I didn't even record most of it. Hell, the last time I flew, I didn't even put a GoPro on there. So you calling me a liar? Well, I appreciate that thoroughly.
All right. Now I get some JST plugs ordered. JST.
I would almost say just point your camera down since you're just working on shit.
I'm only doing it like half the time.
I'm fucking with you.
Really. Can't see anything but the green shit anyway. Because it's dark in here, so I got all my lights off.
I know it's so moody in there.
Yeah. That's how we like it.
It's hiding from the family.
Yeah, they all went to bed. Dude, it has been so nice here during the day. Quiet.
All that TP. Yeah, it kind of reminds us of the old days when somebody first got a 3D printer. Yes, he has quite a bit.
Do I?
No, not so much. I mean, because you got matching the ESC, I mean, the motor covers, it kind of makes it look like blah.
Yeah. They are small, though. I mean, they're not real. They're not hefty. They barely take up the thickness of the arm.
And you got that front. That's because, that's just because your camera and your front bumper ain't on yet.
Yeah, this one. Not yet. It's coming. I have to make it a little different to mount the digi. Actually, no, I could use what's there. I'm just going to use what's there. I only need one screw anyway.
Truth. Truth. Chris's revenge. Or what's that? Chris's smirking revenge. Fight Club reference.
No. It's not the TPU that you used to be crazy about. It was the hot glue.
Hey, he's still down with the hot glue, man. Don't talk shit on the hot glue. Double A, what's up, my brother?
What's going on, Aaron?
So, Aaron, what did you buy? What'd you buy? I got your thank you. I didn't know that they could do electronic thank yous for those, but I thought it was kind of weird. Context, Aaron won our last giveaway for $50. Yes, Elvis has entered the building.
Uh-huh.
You haven't missed much, Double A. We've just been sitting here staring at the screen awkwardly with long silences.
Pretty much. Well, you know, what's happening is I'll read the chat, but you're already responding to what I'm reading, so I'm like, he's got it handled.
Track equipment. For the girls, I take it?
As we wait patiently for a response.
Do, 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 do. Oh,
Well, last weekend, my middle went back to college. She drove herself up on Saturday. So that right there made the house that much quieter. And then the youngest is back in school since Monday. She's got to be at the bus stop 10 minutes till 7.
oh boo-hoo.
Gets home about 3 o'clock. So she comes in, gets a little snack, and heads up to her room.
Oh. In other news, CNHL has put out an old battery with a new wrap on it. It's a 1200 mAh, 100C Speedy Pizza Lipo.
Not going to lie, I've been looking at the batteries lately. That is one thing I've been looking for, but I haven't seen any of the sales I'm ready to jump on yet. Now, yes, Onyx got their usual pretty good price on AmPal.
It's $22. Now, here's something I think everyone here should have. And Chris is the only one who has one. Oh, come on, you piece of crap. They really need to approve this.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. She made a 6.5-hour drive take about 8 hours, but she stopped at like every rest stop along the way. She was having an adventure.
This is what y'all need to have. And you might think, oh my God, a balance board for $40? Yes, a balance board for $40. This is the safest balance board you could ever freaking have.
Anybody who's ever plugged in a balance lead the wrong way would appreciate.
And Chris will tell you firsthand, man, those little polymer fuses, they can reset and be, they don't go bad. Well, I mean, after so many times they will, but they pop when anything's even slightly wrong. Plus, it has the automotive fuses as well. So, and unlike the old JB boards, you can plug XT30s and XT60s up to 8S, I believe, in there. 8S, right, Chris? It's got room for
2 to 6.
2 to 6. Okay. Oh yes, reading. Yes.
It's okay. I was just gonna act like I knew what was going on.
Yeah, no worries. It is a house saver. That is not a joke, gentlemen.
That's why I didn't laugh. It was funny a few months ago.
Yeah, right. So save your ducats. Spend the $40, dumbasses. It could save you. And they're in stock. That doesn't last long usually. Agreed, Chris. Back it within almost any ISDT charger because they have safeguards in them as well,
Mhm.
and you're pretty much solid. I mean, besides some freak lipo accident that was going to happen no matter what you did.
Did I see that ISDT recently released a new charger? Integrated power supply?
That brutally gnarly, crazy expensive one?
I don't know if it... what was it called? Let me see if I can find it on Pyro. It might have been where I saw it, but maybe not. I don't know. But it looked like a semi-hefty one. It had I noticed that the power supply was built in. I want to say it came in about $240, which, considering, you know, if it's got a proper power supply powering it, is really not bad. Yeah, I don't see it here. Must have noticed it on Facebook, perusing stuff.
I see one for 230, but it does not look like it has a power supply. It's called the ISDT K4.
That's the one. If you look at it, spin it around, you'll see there's a power supply in there, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure. It does say EU plug on it. Here, I can bring it up.
Yeah, it's got a 400, 600 watt power supply, it looks like. $20 amp AC/DC dual smart charger. Hold on.
I'm already there.
Oh, never mind. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, there's no power supply there. Although it did say EU plug on the end of it right there, so I'm like, what? What? I mean, what? I don't even know what that means. Yeah, it is nice looking though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, everything in one package. I like the form factor.
It's a little bigger. Well, it's a bit bigger than the other ones. You can see there's a 1400 mAh battery next to it.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? It's gonna be just on the premise that it's got, like, not all the ISDT chargers have a big power supply built in.
AC voltage, input voltage, yes,
Mm-hmm.
right there. AC input.
Yep.
I'm pointing at the screen like on my laptop, like you guys can see that. So 34 volts, max output 45 amps or input current. Discharging power 30 watts times 2, so it is a 2-channel.
Mm-hmm.
So most likely that's, well, I don't, well, let's see if it's 15 watts per channel or 30 watts per channel. Probably 15.
It actually says 30 times 2.
Yeah.
And 30 watt discharge is actually pretty hefty.
Yeah, I think mine maxes at 40, but there's the power supply I would have to actually do that is stupid.
Chris said 230 though. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. It's not a cheap one.
No. 1,200 grams.
And I mean, most of that price, I think, is probably because you can't plug it into a wall. Usually those are more expensive regardless.
Mm.
Other than that, besides the crazy, I mean, 800 watt. I mean, DC 600 times 2. I think that's why it's expensive. Is it because it can put so much out on each channel? Because usually when you see a 30 watt charger, that's 15 watts on each channel. But it really looks like this one is 30 on each channel. So
Some big old fets in that thing.
pretty slick, Rick. Yeah, 230 though. I mean, like mine's $90, 80, $90, I think. All right. Right
And
here.
honestly, you can get a good power supply for what, 20, 25 bucks?
Yeah, mine's $100. That's mine right there.
So it just depends what your goals are. And now
Yeah.
yours does not have an integrated power supply, correct?
No, it does not, and it's only one channel.
Honestly, and most people are only charging one channel, or the equivalent.
Yeah, and if you want to see the difference, it's not that different from that other one. The other one has a little bit higher thresholds on some of the things, but it's pretty much this one with a power supply, 2 channels.
Mm-hmm. 10-watt difference in the discharge.
Yes. Yes, I saw that.
Which, for anybody who knows how LiPo charging works, that is where you save time.
Well, your discharge current, that's the real thing. I mean, you can do up to 5 amps with mine, which is pretty damn incredible for discharging. Usually your max is maybe 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Bobby
I like
Bag.
it. I like it. And I don't, unless this thing busts, I won't get another charger. I love this thing.
I chalk that up to a lot of things. You can always get busy buying the newest, latest, greatest, fancy thing, but if what you have is doing the trick.
Yeah, and Chris is also right. You don't need to have the crazy capacity that mine will do. I mean, I don't ever take mine to even half its limit. And he's got one that's like, you can get ISDTs for 30, $40, as long as you got a power supply, and it'll be one of the best chargers you've ever had. Bobby Bags, what up, brother? What'd you buy with your gift card, Bags? We want to know. Was it furry porn? Was it hentai? Tentacle.
Tentacles or butt plug tails?
With rape whistles built in.
Tentacles and plug tails. Oh, Lords.
Yeah, Bobby, I got one of those Bardwell boards, one of the V1s that'll hold 10 lipos. I do 10,000 mAh 6S's in 20, 25 minutes. And that's not at a crazy amp. I mean, that's like 1.6 amps, I think, per battery. Yes, he said butt tails, Kristen. It's a thing.
Plug tails. Boop, boop, boop.
I'll get you a gift card, Chris.
I got his gift.
I didn't say where it was going to be for, but I'll get you a gift card. No problem, brother. An extra Vista VTX and some other. Very nice, brother. Very nice. We're glad we could help you out with that. Why are you sending attachments, Ladybird? Are you sending butt tails pictures? I gotta know.
I hook you up.
Oh, The Far Side. I have not read The Far Side in a long time. That's the memories.
I still remember when Pickles came out.
All right. But it's not Larson. Oh. No one knows what I'm talking about. Sorry, guys. No, I did. It was definitely good. Yeah. So now you guys can just watch us chat in Messenger.
No. I was just catching up since everybody else is.
Bobby, we do have one person that is in the iGal. That would be Baduga. FPV. He's from Portugal, and he's getting pretty damn good with the whoops. Joining iGal, I think, has actually boosted his skill level quite a bit. Yeah, don't swallow. Chris is right. Don't swallow our heads, bro. They're big enough already, and I mean literally, ginormous. Baduga.
Dooga.
Yeah, we streamed way too late for Baduga, but Bobby, definitely check him out, man. I think he actually got top 10 once or twice already on a few of the challenges, which is surprising considering the competition that I've seen he's going up against is crazy. You should, Chris. I remember he was trying to talk you into doing it this time. I don't think he has any letters yet. I would say I'm going to tell him you said that, but you just tell him yourself anyway. What's this about strings? What do you mean, double A? Strikes.
Oh, trucker strikes.
Oh, I don't know. I work for an evil empire, so I have no idea. If you think the country is screwed now,
Well,
shit.
the big thing I keep seeing is and Chuck, you might have to clarify this. There is new regulations being talked about in regards to the trucking world.
Yeah, I don't know. I pretty much keep out of the loop and just drive. But that happens constantly, all the time. Truckers don't have something to bitch about. They ain't doing their job.
That's the only thing I really keep seeing, but I haven't seen any specifics. It's just, there's new regulations and they're going too far, and I don't have any idea what that means.
It means they're trying to change anything. I mean, personally, I think they're pretty good where they're at. U.S. truckers plan nationwide protest against mandatory vaccinations.
Aha, there it is.
Yes, because not to get too political here, but our glorious leader has been talking about mandating that people who go across state lines must be vaccinated. Well, guess who goes across state lines on the daily?
Truckers.
Guess who has been affected like the least by COVID?
Truckers.
Anyways, I'll leave the politics at that. It makes sense, though. I'm glad somebody's doing something because I'm lazy.
Well, I think the interesting part is there's definitely people pushing it. They want to, we need to just stop. That'll make them change their mind. But they're, I guess, in the severe minority, and everybody else is like, I'm fucking working.
Well, man, that's the way it always is. But it generally brings more press than actual like function. So it still gets into the public eye, which is the whole goal in the first place.
Yeah.
Because my rights are more important than your health.
I've never seen that. I'm pretty sure Chuck's passenger seat doesn't actually exist. It just has a placeholder.
It's under there somewhere. Here, I'll show you. Shit.
Placeholder.
Turn on the light here. Right?
That's not a seat. That's an armrest.
We got this little backpack thing that holds my laptop and my goggles and stuff are in there. And then I have a container thing which holds my coffee, which is, first most important thing ever. And then over there, I have some paracord and a whole bunch of quad shit underneath there. That has been Chuck's passenger seat.
Ooh, he's bringing back stuff from the past.
Yep, the upgraded turbo quads. It's going to get upgraded again. I'm going to replace that thing because it's one of those little storage things that folds up that goes in the back of an SUV. But all the inserts that make the wall stiff of the container are cardboard, which are folding and sagging and squishing and just being horrible. And they make an upgraded version that has wood inserts. So, 2021 turbo quads. Looks like the kitchen sink. Yes, Crystal. Just like that. Bobby Bags, no, I have not seen any driverless trucks personally. There is only one fleet that I know of. There may be more now, because this was about a year ago. In between Salt Lake City and Ogden, I believe, which is just north of there, there is a fleet of like 5 or 10 driverless trucks that all run all together, all at once, like a foot apart from each other, and they do refrigeration parts for industrial. And the only reason they're allowed to be on that road is because it's a generally empty road, high speed, a straight line. The regulations are what's stopping that right now. Which, while I love technology, kind of glad.
Well, nobody wants to be put out of a job.
Well, because I scream about freedoms at all costs, but then when it affects me, I'm like, regulate.
Hey, we're all that way.
Right, Crystal? Stand on the steel line. Fuck you, Chris. What's up, J-Bo? How you doing, brother man? Chris, I think you're lying about riding dirt bikes. I've never seen his face on there.
Ooh.
Not next week, Bobby. The week after. We are every other week, brother. I know it's confusing, but we're lazy.
Imagine this every week.
We did it for a while.
That's why we settled on every other week. Then at least it doesn't get this way too often with the whole lack of things to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much covered all the newer stuff that was happening in FPV with last show with the 69 and all that jazz. There hasn't really been much in the past 2 weeks that I've seen besides the Kiss thing.
I'll just wait. My favorite trick at this desk is just to drop everything on the floor. I haven't seen J-Bo in a while.
Right?
Short while, not a long while.
They're already for sale, AA? Jeez.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
I will definitely try and get some tickets for next year, but it ain't going to be till after November, I'll tell you that. I'll be around. I'll be around. I'll be around, round, round, round. I'll be around, be around. No. All right. Oh.
Chris, have dates been posted? Or, I mean, AA, anybody for IO next year? Already? Usually those aren't posted yet. Yeah, okay.
We pay attention to what you tell us. You are our IO representative, so, you know. One thing I know
Because if they were, there were certain things that would come into play, like trying to get everybody to reserve an Airbnb or something, or figure that out, because that stuff, once it starts leaving, it leaves quick. And there are some good deals in the area, but they're obviously the first ones to get snatched up, too.
Absolutely. And that is something I've been wanting to do. We've been talking about it for years. I take it that means you had a fantastic time, brother. I was thinking of actually about dropping by you this weekend, but I think I'm going to end up working. Boss says he needs extra drivers, and I need some money.
Oh, shucks. I don't think we have anybody in here on Tracer yet, Jabo. Chris just needs to find somebody that wants it in their build, then he'll be able to weigh in. Hey, I know who the hardware guy is.
Right? I'm surprised nobody has yet, to be honest.
Tell you what, I mean, for somebody who's not already invested in Crossfire, with the antenna sizes and all that other stuff, it makes a lot of sense. Same experience as Crossfire, just a different format.
Hey,
The latency.
you know if you know. But Jabo, I take it this you asking means that you have it set up now or are looking into it? All anyone ever talks about is the shorter range, but it's random fail safes. You see, we actually did have somebody that tried it out when it was early and getting that fail safe that completely obliterated one of his quads. So I believe he just threw it in the garbage and went back to Crossfire. But he's the type of guy who don't put up with shit that fails him.
Hey, we know a guy that did that with Crossfire and went back to FR Sky.
Yeah, but he's a jackass. That's kind of what I figured, J-Bo. It's like most of us are already so invested into Crossfire that any benefit that we would see with a lower latency or whatever, that it just wouldn't be worth all the money we'd have to do.
Yep. Personally speaking, I'm not like a high intensity proximity flyer, you know, like steel style. I'm not a racer. I wouldn't notice.
Yeah. Vampire. No, but Vampire did go back to analog.
Yep. Oh, well, that's good.
Have you thought about trying the 69 J-Bo? I know they're doing that in Tracer as well. Oh, and Chris, JB put a video out on the 69. There's one short one and one long one. The long one is the important one to watch. Definitely worth watching. There's some things you should probably see in there before building. Like one of the wiring diagrams was wrong or something, so you know. And it looks like that thing will push about 800 milliwatts. It says up to a watt, but even with airflow, it's going to get a little hot, which is going to bring it down a little bit. So, yeah, but I mean, still 800 on that's great for the price. That's understandable, J-Bo. I'm hoping it works out personally because Josh has the same builds that I do, and jamming shit in there is just a pain in the dick. So anything that helps with that is a plus.
Yeah, it's taken me a while to get it built exactly where I wanted it with those. Because I always had something scrunched in there and, you know, shoved in there so tight that I was literally jamming the top plate on. Very nice, J-Bo.
Yes, that's the way to go, brother. I actually prefer to have 3, possibly 4. Although usually the 4th I keep kind of experimental and try changes on. Because once you get up to that amount, yes, J-Bo. Once you get to that amount of quads, it's just, I feel it steps you up because your confidence goes up because you're not worried about shit anymore.
I agree with that.
Nice, Chris. I'm surprised you didn't try that whole 5-inch arm on the mini Apex thing they got going. And J-Bo, you actually may like that as well. Yeah, they came out with 5-inch arms for the mini Apex. Also, and you guys may not have heard about this, they came out with 5.5-inch arms for the regular Apex.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're going to get out of that, but it is a thing. Maybe it's so you can use weird prop sizes. I don't know.
Well, even aside from the weird thing, some of the tolerances were so close on the arms that even 5-inch props here and there, I think they would just get a little tight. So the 5.5 just gives you some room to use some of the other prop combinations because, like, HQ and GemFan are back on the like 5.1, 5.2 bandwagon.
Yeah, yeah, so that's what I was thinking. I was going to ask Chris, is like those 5.1s, are they like a little big? Do the tips hit? I was wondering why they did that. Yeah, I thought you would like hearing that, Chris, and I kind of figured what I just said would be the reason, but I don't remember you talking about that, although you probably have. You ever see a fat man trying to tie his shoes sitting down?
Every day.
Okay. Yeah, I guess like Josh said, it just gives you a little extra room. Maybe lets the disc unloading come out a little easier. I don't know. I could just be talking out my neck. J-Bo, thank you for coming. Not sure how much longer we're going to be on, but if y'all keep yapping, I'm sure we will. Okay. It took me a second, Chris. Like, what the fuck is... Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Talking about the props.
You just run them till they stop.
Yeah.
Remember those days on the glide, every new set for the first, 10 seconds, click, 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 click. You throttle up once and suddenly the props were the perfect size.
Click, 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 click. I can't do it like Chris.
Yeah.
Click, 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 click.
Something about that tempo is hard to hit.
I can't do it. I've tried. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want a quad that flexed that much. card in the spokes, yep. It's been so long since I had a quad that flexed really at all. I don't think I've even tested it by like trying to bend them myself like we used to do back in the day. We'd bend them and be like, this thing's solid. Oh, God. Like it hasn't even been an issue. Oh, I wish I could bring up the sound effect right now. That's like my favorite one. I bet. I always wondered if that actually affected the way they were supposed to push. The way they were meant to push air after wearing the tips off like that. Obviously, it wasn't that noticeable, but that was a long time ago, and I think we were all a little less prone to notice the minute details of flight.
Ooh.
Oh, I was farting. Sorry.
I'm not.
Oh, sure, dude. Next class. Huh. So they were pushing it hard then, huh? They cooled them down. Cause my friend Epic was a Nazi, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mike. Yep.
Nice. Gotta love some live music, brother. Yeah, you guys decided you want to keep bullshitting, so we're just sitting around bullshitting, man. Plus, I'm loaded up full of coffee, so I'm like.
I think I just drooled all over myself. Jesus Christ.
I have that effect on people.
So it's baby blues.
At this age, more like baby grays. So, Double A, how did they cool the motors down? I mean, the things I'm mentally picturing are not very feasible. We're all thoroughly confused, Mike.
Did somebody take your stuff?
I mean, I know you've been being a big bad biker lately, but we need explanations, Mikey.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better than I think where the rest of our heads went.
Yeah, I know. All of us are just like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you?
And I knew he moved. He moved into a big house, got a nice big yard, like it's nice dibs.
I know. He got himself a bike, dude.
Yeah, it never crossed my mind that it was related to moving.
Yeah, he got a bike. Mikey's balling, man. painting game must be off the chart, baby. Okay, that makes sense, Double A. Thank you.
Look at this.
Maker, very nice. He speaks nitrate. I was gonna say you ain't living in no 300 square feet. Hell yeah! Congratulations, man. I'm glad you're doing good. I know you were struggling for quite some time up there in old Michigan. Painting ain't what it used to be and all that. I was gonna say that's just enough for room for your bike, man. Where you putting the fan?
Oh, nice. That's always a nice option.
Hell yeah. I guess the crazy real estate prices haven't hit up there yet, huh? No, a lot of places in the country, real estate's like in a big fat bubble. Oh, well, check that out. I'm drinking it, but the coffee's wearing off as I'm drinking it. Well, that I could probably. It's probably got to be on film somewhere. I'd like to see that. Got lucky and found a house. Oh, okay, awesome.
Moving on up.
Fantastic, brother. You still in the same area? Where was I? I was just up by just up north of Cadillac yesterday. Or yeah, yesterday. That works. Easy move. Either easy move or exponentially harder because you just did it with trucks instead of, you know, a long move. You would have actually rented a big truck, and so I don't know. I'm quickly fading.
Yeah, now it's probably good a time as any.
Linwood. Where's Linwood? Oh.
Well, very good. At least you didn't lose anything moving. And now you got all that land to play with. So, well, guys, thanks for stopping in. There it is. All right. We will catch up with you guys in 2 weeks. And hopefully we got more going on by then.
Yeah, seriously.
Later, guys. Whoop, whoop.
Congrats, Mike. Thanks, everybody, for